Hey, Economites. Hope you're all doing well. Got great news. We're moving on past supply and demand. Hope you got your test done um, by the time you watch this video, anyways. If not, we got problems. So, we've been talking about supply and demand and how it determines prices, market price. Um, we're gonna, we are moving away from supply and demand, but it's not like automatically going away for good. Like we'll bring it back from time to time. Um, But we're going to be looking at, yes, supply and demand sets prices, but there's also influence on how much competition there is within a particular market. So for the next few topics, assignments, we'll be looking at market competition or market structures. So this video is just going through the notes that are shared with you and then what your assignment will be going forward. Um, the assignment you'll have is kind of a continuum. We'll cover a topic, and then you'll add to your assignment. We'll cover another part of the market competition, and then you'll add more to your assignment. So, I mean, there is a deadline this week of completing a couple parts of the assignment, but the whole assignment is not due this week, and it'll make sense as we get there. So, um, the topic today, market competition, is just getting you to think about different levels of competition and how businesses within a particular market compete with each other. So the first slide of do you have options? It's getting you to think about the stuff that you buy: gas, fast food, clothes, or technology. Um, where do you go to get those things? Do you have a lot of options? You know, in Brandon, we've got a few gas stations. Um, Fast food, we've got a few different options. For clothes, girls have a few options. Guys, we've got nothing. Um, for cell service, we've got Verizon, and then we've got Verizon. So you know we're very limited in some options. Um, so when you think about it from competition perspective, we're talking about um, market structures, and we'll be looking at four market structures in particular, and within each market structure, the different level of competition and how that plays into maybe the prices of their products, um, what that means to consumers, and so on. So today, it's all about just kind of general concepts within market competition. So we have, you know, within the gas industry or fast food industry, um, whatever it might be, those businesses are competing to get your business, the consumer's business. And so they have two different tactics or weapons that they use. They can use price competition, where they say they have the best value or the lowest price in town. Or maybe they go non-price competition, where they talk about their product has the best features, it has the fastest speed, or the best quality, and they don't even talk about price. So there's a few examples within the slides, a couple videos that you can watch as examples of price and non-price competition. Other things that we'll be looking at as far as different types of market competition or market structures is the ability of those businesses within their market to control the price. So we got price takers and price searchers. Price taker, they're people that have to set a price because of the different competition they have or the different products that they have. And that price taker is generally setting their price right at market price or equilibrium price. And there's not a lot of control outside of that. A price searcher will be businesses that have full control of the price. And there's certainly still a market price, but they can choose to be above that, well above that, or below it. Um, So looking at like TVs, got the same size or same type of TV, a 4K TV, 55 inches or close to 55 inches, and yet that's a pretty big range of prices, 448, 598, all the way up to 1299. So um, price searchers, price takers will be looking at that within market structures, and then barriers to entry. What sort of things make it easy to get in that market structure or not so easy? Um, so different types of government regulations, maybe there's certain restrictions or copyrights or trademarks or government approval that has to happen before they can get into business. Or maybe it's startup costs. Maybe it's super cheap to get into that industry, or maybe it's not. And then access to factors of production would be like specific resources to make the product. Maybe it's available to everyone, or maybe it's not. So those are all things that we'll be looking at. So throughout this process, you guys are going to keep track of different concepts, different market structures, and you're going to be looking at examples and sometimes analyzing and breaking down those examples. So the first part will be looking at the price and non-price competition. Your task is to find a image or print ad. So it should be a print advertisement, not just a picture of a product. It should be a legitimate advertisement showing the qualities or features of the product or showing the price of the product. So these would be a couple print ad examples. Hy-Vee shows different products and, of course, what the deals are. This is a Rolex ad that gets into the quality and the experience of having a Rolex watch. So you have to find one print ad image of a price competition example and one print ad of a non-price competition. And then you'll need a video commercial, kind of like these are, and you'll use iSpot.tv to find commercials, and those you can actually watch. It's not YouTube, that's blocked, so those will work for you. So what you'll find on Google Classroom is you'll find this assignment, my market structure portfolio. I already have the directions for the first slide, and so you'll find again an example of price competition, both print and video, and you just create a new slide and label it price competition example, and do another slide, non-price competition examples, and that's all you'll need for the first part. So if you do get questions over this first part or the notes, feel free to email me. Good luck.